Welcome back. I'm your host, not your hoe, not your host. My name is Allie, and this is N2K, where we talk all things intrigue, from social to scientific, pop culture to politics. We're gonna discuss it all because you need to know. And today's topic is a little bit of a difficult one. We're talking about race, nationality, ethnicity, oh my! And those big words might sound scary, but if you know what they mean and you can break them down well, then you can have a better understanding of yourself and the community around you. These are what's called categorization systems, just ways to separate and define people. Let's start with race. Race is based on phenotype, which is the fancy way of saying what you look like. The race that you identify as, it's based on this. Phenotypically, I have dark skin, I have dark hair. It would be safe to assume that I was Black. I identify race-wise as Black because I know that through the horrifying and scary ordeal that was chattel slavery, my ethnic identity has been erased from Africa. I have a life here as a Black American because that's what I identify as. There's not a lot of knowledge behind what else is there. Race is based on phenotype. Phenotype. Physical features. What you look like. That is the most important part here. Let's move on from race to ethnicity, which is based on culture, the language you speak, the food you eat, the activities you participate in, maybe even your religion. Ethnicity is all things culture, how you live your life in your day-to-day life. That can be vastly different depending on where you're from in this world. Here in America, my ethnicity is still Black because, I don't know, being a Black American is just the greatest thing. My ethnicity is being cool because I'm Black. I'm already cool, but being Black just makes me even cooler. I'm just kidding to all you sensitive folks out there, but it does help to be cool when you're Black. Just like how being a Black American is a unique experience to those who have African heritage here in America, being Black is not the same anywhere else. Now, let's move on to arguably the most easy to explain, nationality. Nation, where you live. Our nation just happens to be the United States of America. We are in America. And I know it sucks, but it's gonna get so much better, probably, I hope. Let's tie it all together. Race, ethnicity, and nationality. Your race is, well, let me use myself as an example. My race is Black. My ethnicity is Black American, and my nationality is American. If that is a little bit difficult to understand, I would have to give you a history lesson on chattel slavery. But that's neither here nor there. Let's save that for another episode. I have a friend who is Puerto Rican. And because they are Puerto Rican American, their titles and identities can get a little bit confusing. So their race is Black. They are Black, but their ethnicity is Hispanic. My friend speaks Spanish at home, and they cook foods that are typically prepared in Hispanic households. Their ethnic identity is Hispanic. Their nationality is America. They're from New York. They love New York. Their nation is America. That's kind of how those play together. They are a Black Puerto Rican American, living life in the Big Apple. I love you, Tony. Now, because my friend is Black and Hispanic, they speak Spanish, they fall under a special category of people in Latin America who regard themselves as Afro-Latina or Afro-Latino. And this group includes a variety of peoples who might not live in Hispanic nation states. So for all of my Haitians, all of my Brazilians, you are not forgotten. You are part of that Afro-Latino community. Just because you don't speak Spanish does not mean you are left out. If you live here in the Americas and you were conquered by those old world powers, you could be considered Afro-Latin. Depending on the country, America doesn't count. That's pretty much it. But let me know what you think. Share your ethnic identity if you feel comfortable in the comments. I want to hear from you. See you next week on N2K because you need to know.